Well, it was a competitive game. Both teams, I think, struggled to play well, but were highly competitive early. Both teams, I think, defensively, proud of our group. We struggled offensively most of the night. Obviously, second half, really liked our efficiency numbers. Really played well there, but it was just a grinded game, and you get some of these, and you got to find a way to win. I thought we got good contributions in a lot of areas from a lot of people.
23 points for Serena Sundell in the second half. What stands out about what she was able to do in the second half?
Well, obviously the ISO play where she was able to get some post-ups down low. We wanted to put them at a decision of whether they were going to come bring that double team or what they were going to do out of that. She played really well at it, made good reads. We were able to score not only her score, but we were able to score off of it some. I just thought she had a look in her eye that she wanted the ball. Felt like we were able to get her just enough rest. You know, that's not an easy play. It's going to require some energy, and she absolutely delivered.
Jalen Glenn had 7 points in the first half, and they all seemed really important. And then her defense in the second half to sort of keep TCU at bay. What about her performance today leaves you encouraged about what she was able to do on both sides of the ball?
Well, I thought Jay's the one that kind of kept us in it. It seemed like when the offense was really struggling, Jay was making enough plays to kind of keep us going. She got the runner in the second half. First half, she gets our only three. I just thought she was steady all night. And, we've said numerous times, we're a better team with Jay on the floor. There's no doubt about it. She just does so much for us. She got timely steals, timely rotations, and I thought played really well.
Sedona's final numbers were, I think they were fine on paper, but it was a game, I think, with lower standards. What were you guys able to do to kind of keep her out of the game? So really 4-4.
Well, I think it all goes together. You got to disrupt the guards. You got to get backside help. So you can't just play her one-on-one, and you can't let them initiate offense at the three-point line. You've got to disrupt that. I thought our team was pretty good in that area, in all areas, really. I mean, Sedona got some points, but there was nothing easy for her. She really only got maybe one ISO where I didn't like our rotation was late. So I thought all of it was pretty good.
We've seen a little bit more of a super aggressive defense with the pressing and the blitzing when Aoki is out. What about the versatility sort of allows you to do that? And was that always the plan when you guys found out that Lee wasn't able to go?
Well, so there's a couple things that I like to do in the summers. One, I like to put some presses in. I like to do some things differently just to see if we're any good at it at all, right? And I think because we're year-round a lot more than 10 years ago, you got to keep things fresh at times, and so you got to challenge them. And so it's been something we've worked on. We probably work ball screen defense as much as anything that we do from a defensive standpoint. So we try to be aggressive early. I think it's better to start aggressive than back players off. So this is not something that we just started working on. So I think that's helped us. I do. I think it's helped us. Now it is something that we weren't doing a lot of prior to a couple weeks ago. But our team, I thought all three centers were excellent. They had a tough task tonight. They had to get out there on Van Lith. They had to make sure that she wasn't able to edge them off, and we were pretty good at it most of the time.
A lot of history at TCU, obviously all-time wins leader. I'm sure you're just mainly focused on the scout, but now the game's over. I guess what does it mean to you to see this program, the fact that it's a top 15 showdown now, TCU has kind of risen up from where they were a couple years ago?
Are you asking me about them? Yeah, Mark's done a really good job. It's good to see him. We've got a lot of fond memories down there, right? And my wife got a degree from there. Oldest daughter got a degree from there. So yeah, I mean, I'm thankful that they gave me an opportunity to coach at the highest level, and while it's hard to wish them well when you're in the same league, it certainly is something that I can definitively say that I root for purple all the time, okay? Now, most of that's K-State purple now, okay? But they've got a good program. Mark's done a heck of a job, and I know the people down in Fort Worth are excited about that.
How important is Jalen and Tamira when you guys go a little bit more aggressive on defense with their length and their ability to create pressure?
Well, like I said, this is something that we thought was an opportunity to be good at. We saw it in the summer. I think they have good instincts. You know, I think Serena and Jay have great instincts on the backside of that. I think Zy Walker just loves it, just eats it up, is looking to press. Gisela Sanchez is a player that likes it. Mopping. We've got players that feed off of this, so I think it can be good for us.
Jeff, at what point in her basketball journey, did you realize that Serena could be a player that you could post up that much in a game like this?
That's a good question, Kellis. I don't know if it was maybe halfway through her sophomore year where we started to see some ability for her to it generally came off the drive, and then she would get stopped, but she would turn her back, and she just started to have a really good feel for that. And so now we're able to call some things. We're able to essentially make teams decide what they want to defend, no different than a good post player. So, you know, I think a player like that, you can run offense through them or you can run offense to them. And tonight, we got a little bit of everything. She delivered scoring, and yet we were also to run it. I mean, Poindexter hits a big three off of then doubling down on the strong side. That was a huge play in the game, and she had scored a couple buckets earlier. Sanchez gets the big three on the other side, and we just had a real good balance. She made great reads out of that play. You got to be able to make reads out of that play, and so I'd say about halfway through that sophomore year.
How impressed are you with what she's done during the stretch without Aoka in the lineup?
Yeah, you know, Serena's I've said this before, she's just a winner. You know, at Kansas, her numbers weren't great. Didn't need to be great. She made a lot of winning plays. She did a lot of winning things. Just a winner. Doesn't care. Doesn't care if she scores. Doesn't care. You know, she's humble. There are the occasions where I have to say, now's the time to go here. I sensed in this game that I needed to get her out that last minute and a half of the third quarter to maybe give her a rest, because I sensed that I felt like this was going to be that kind of game. It was a grind, and she certainly delivered big.
You've seen some pretty big-time environments at Bramlage now. How does this one stack up to those?
Boy, they were in it the whole time. And, you know, for a game that wasn't real pretty early, felt like we were trying to bank threes in. Everything was a little bit rushed. We weren't able to separate maybe the emotion that we were playing with at the defensive end and calm down offensively. The fans sure stayed in it. And then I think we gave them a lot of reasons to really get after it in the third. You know, we played really well in the third. So we reciprocated that in the third of them staying with us and hanging in there. But, yeah, the crowds have been great. You know, I've always said this about Kansas State here, though. It's not just when your fans are really good, they cheer when things aren't going well. It's easy to cheer when things are going well. When you have a really knowledgeable fan base and they feel like they can help you, they cheer louder when things aren't going well. And I thought today, you know, you could hear that. You could hear that when we maybe missed a layup. They would be cheering louder when we were on defense. So I appreciate their investment in our team.
Coach, you guys are in sole possession of the Big 12 now. Does that mean anything to you? Do you think about it? Do you kind of put it in the rearview mirror?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, hey, it's great. Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, there were one of two ways to go tonight, right? You're either not going to be there or you were. So, yeah, I think it's awesome. But, you know, one of the things I said a long time ago is that 6 weeks ago, you know, when it was one of our goals coming in, but I'm a big believer that, look up. If you're there with 2 or 3 games left and you're within a game, everybody's got a chance. And right now we just need to lower our head. We've got a ranked opponent on Saturday that beat this TCU team at home. It's great to be in sole possession, but, you know, we're did we just get over halfway point, Randy? Yeah. What's our record in the league? There you go. So, I mean, there's a lot of games left. There's a lot of games left. Thank you.